Can disputing something on your credit really ruin your chances of possibly buying a house? What happens when you see something on your credit report and you don't agree with that account or you don't agree with that collection? What impact does a dispute have on your ability to buy a house? What impact does a dispute have on your credit score? So we have Mr. Dave Sullivan, the Wayne Gretzky of credit experts. Rumor has it that back when text messaging first came out, he actually texted the credit bureaus and everybody's credit score in the United States of America went up to 800 for one day. I'm not saying it's true. I'm not saying it's not true. So we have Mr. Dave Sullivan, the credit guy, with us today talking about how does it affect you when you dispute an account, and is it really going to have an impact on your mortgage approval?
Yeah, well, disputing accounts can be a very dangerous thing to do if you're applying for a mortgage. You don't want to go out and dispute a lot of things on your credit report, Adam, as you know, because when you dispute something on your credit report, it removes it from the scoring model. It's not included in your credit score.
Right, and people don't understand that, hey, if you don't agree with something that's on your credit report, disputing it actually invalidates your score altogether, so the lenders can't use your score until things come out of dispute, and then they can run a rescore. So what's that process like? What has to be done in order to remove the disputes these days?
Well, if you want to do it through your mortgage lending provider, you have to actually get some documentation from the company. Just recently, like last year, 2014, we could remove a dispute for you within a few days just by getting a letter from the consumer. Now we've got to actually go to the creditor and get documentation. It makes it a much more difficult kind of a process.
So it's a more of a difficult kind of process, and because the other company has to get involved and agree that, right, yes, this is coming out of dispute.
And many times those companies are not very agreeable because you just tried to dispute the account. So those people are not usually in their, many of them are collection companies, so again, not the nicest people in the world to work with.
Okay, so what can you suggest on making it as simple as possible if you see something on your credit report that you don't agree with?
Okay, so if you do have something on your credit report that you don't agree with, I would still tell you not to dispute it right before you're applying for a mortgage. You need to have some time to resolve the dispute. I would say 2 to 3 months at least. If you have something on your credit report, I would tell you to go to the repositories and pull your free credit report, and then in that free credit report you'll have an option to dispute something. Dispute it directly with the repositories and then give it a month. If it's not resolved, then you have to contact the repositories directly again to remove it. And they can remove it relatively quickly, but don't just let it float out there. I've seen disputes on credit reports that are years and years old. And if you're thinking about getting a mortgage, it's not really the time to start disputing things.
Perfect. And that's just because it can really cause some bumps in the road and make things painful.
I've seen people lose homes that they bid on because of open active disputes, keeping them from getting that mortgage.
Right. Dave, I really appreciate it. What's your website?
It's thecreditguy.tv, or you can check out getloanready.com.
Absolutely. Ton of great tips on there. And also, Dave's YouTube channel is amazing. It's Dave Sullivan. He has like 2,300 subscribers. Yeah. Great tips, great topics that he discusses. All free stuff for you to help yourself get your credit to where it needs to be. So thanks again, Dave. Appreciate it, sir.
Thanks, Adam.
The Chuck Norris of credit. Why? Because Dave Sullivan doesn't have a credit report. Credit reports have a Dave Sullivan.